Hi everyone, this is Dana Hughey with the Binghamton Philharmonic here with Principal Harpist Rachel Miller. As you might be able to hear in the background, there are many other instrumentalists on stage at the Forum Theater where we're at right now. All of them warming up for our dress rehearsal for our Halloween concert, Fantastique Halloween. And let's begin with a little bit about you, Rachel. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure. I joined the Philharmonic this year, actually in January 2015.
Congratulations on winning the audition.
Thank you. So I'm starting to, familiarize myself with orchestra members' names and also really enjoying making music together.
Awesome, cool. So where did you go to school? Tell us a little bit about your training. Have you played the harp for a very long time?
Sure. I started when I was 8 years old and decided I wanted to try to do it professionally when I was a teenager. I went to Michigan State University for my undergraduate, and then I graduated from the Cincinnati College Conservatory of Music with my master's.
So the obvious question then, why harp? And speaking as a violist, it's a question I get all the time. Everyone wants to learn the violin or the piano. It's all about Suzuki or playing Rachmaninoff. What about the harp drew you into its particular intricacies?
Sure, I think it's just really beautiful to look at, firstly, and then secondly, it has a sound to match. It's just a very unique sound you cannot create from a synthesizer or any other instrument. So it's kind of special, and I wanted the chance to play it.
And a very unique sound, as you'll hear on Saturday night's concert. There will be plenty of moments where there will be rays of sunshine at the end of a dark night, where we hear the harp coming in and representing that. But one of the items that we're going to be playing on tomorrow night's concert is by a French composer named Andre Caplet, and his work is called Conte Fantastique, and it goes by another name as well, yes?
Sure, the subtitle is The Mask of the Red Death, and it's basically a narrative piece that goes along with Edgar Allan Poe's work called The Mask of the Red Death. It's basically a story about a prince who has this huge party, invites all his friends, assuming it's a costume party, and little do they know that the Red Death will be knocking at their door. And so the Red Death actually literally crashes the party. Musically that translates to a lot of beautiful, colorful dance music in the piece, but then also some really dark, terrifying special effects and different sounds coming from the harp. The one moment in the piece that I'm really looking forward to is when the Red Death actually knocks at the door, and I'll be hitting the harp to symbolize that. So it's kind of cool.
So wait, is the harp here actually the Red Death? Is the harp representing this character, or does it have a more flexible part of the music?
The harp is actually the narrator, or rather the whole piece is the narration. It's just the telling the story. So the harp can take on many different characters throughout the piece.
So the narrative of the story then begins with the plague just devastating the countryside, and Prince Prospero welcomes all of his friends and all of his confidants into his castle and basically locks everyone else out. And the vehicle of the story is that he throws this big party, this big ball, and there's an orchestra at the party, which is the dance music that you mentioned, and everyone's going to be dancing, and then eventually the Red Death comes and knocks on the door, as you mentioned. What other roles might we see the harp taking?
In general, the harp often plays a role of just bringing beauty and sheer shimmer and glitter. So you'll hear a little bit of that too in this piece, and actually throughout the whole orchestra concert. That's another role that the harp will play.
Great. So this work started life, correct me if I'm wrong, as a work for string quartet and harp. We, at our concert on Saturday, are going to be presenting it with string orchestra with harp, which is one reason why it's being presented as a showcase for our principal harpist. What challenges do you anticipate, technically speaking? Will you need to project your sound more? Will you need to bump the dynamics up? How are you going to adjust to playing with the whole string section as opposed to with the string quartet?
Sure. It's actually easier to play, I think, with a string orchestra because you have a conductor. One of the challenges of this piece is fitting all of the pieces together. So I actually am enjoying playing with a large ensemble because then we have a conductor. Yes, sound-wise, in general, a harpist always needs to bump up her dynamics. So yes, always play louder.
Awesome. Again, another thing that violists hear quite frequently as well.
Yeah.
Anything else on Saturday evening's program that you're particularly looking forward to playing?
I'm honestly looking forward to listening. I really, I know all my colleagues have put in a lot of work for this concert. It's kind of a big concert. And Sorcerer's Apprentice, for example, is a personal favorite, and I have the best seat in the house. So I'm looking forward to listening.
Awesome. I'm glad that somebody's going to be looking forward to listening, because that's a lot of notes for us.
It is a lot of notes.
Playing.
Yes.
Great. So in closing then, I believe that in addition to your ensemble work and your solo work, you also take part in some chamber music, right? You have your own harp duo that you present concerts with?
Sure. I have a harp duo with my friend and colleague, Nashville-based harpist Paula Bressman. We have a duo called Beyond Pluck. Basically, we met at an audition, started playing some duo recitals together, and then kind of made some arrangements of pop tunes and classic rock hits, and then started collaborating with different artists and musicians, and yeah, we have fun together.
Awesome. Why did Beyond Pluck begin? What thought in your mind said this ensemble has to be in existence? It just has to happen.
Honestly, it was our friendship. Sometimes you find a musician or a person in general that you just click with. You don't have to rehearse it really. And we found that we liked playing music together, and we decided to take it somewhere.
Well, sometimes it really is all just about the chemistry of the other person.
I think most things is about relationships. I mean, this concert tomorrow night is our relationship with the audience. We want to give something to the audience, and in return, we hope the audience enjoys it as well. So.
Awesome, great. So if we have any listeners out there or watchers out there who are thinking to themselves, wow, the harp seems like a really cool thing. I just don't know where to go because there's no Mendelssohn harp concerto, there's no Bartók harp sonata. What would you encourage our viewers and listeners to explore if they want to find out something about the harp?
Sure. I would just say take a shot and go onto YouTube and type in harp or classical harp. There's a really beautiful Bach sonata by C.P. Bach, the only sonata that we have written specifically for harp by Bach. I would maybe start there, just see what comes up. You'll find a lot of really interesting things on YouTube.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. Lots of great live stuff on YouTube. And there are many other places where you can look for music as well, such as the Chamber Music Society of Lincoln Center has lots of streaming stuff, and I imagine that they do things that talk
Yes.
about
Yes.
Awesome, great. Well, thank you very much for being with us here, Rachel. Come to our concert on Saturday evening, Fantastique Halloween. We look forward to seeing you. Thank you.